Okie dokie. Hello, cats and kittens, pups and pooches. It's Susie Q96, and yeah, I'm a couple minutes tardy. Got to make sure I have sound today. So, do we have sound today? We had a little sound issue the other night. I haven't figured out how to correct the situation yet. I know what it is, so I can fix it temporarily, but I haven't been able to actually 100% correct it so that it doesn't keep happening. That's good. Oops. Alrighty. So we don't have a whole lot of, we don't have a mail call this week. Hey, Handy Andy. How are you? We don't have a big mail call this week. I should have. Hi, Ed Booth. I should have had a mail call, but I didn't get to the post office today. And so I'm pretty sure I have a couple packages sitting down there waiting for me from Shibby Rob and somebody else. I don't remember who. But I didn't get there. So we'll be foregoing the mail call. I'll do it Wednesday night on my metal detecting show. We do have, I got a couple things to talk about before we get started with the quarters, but we do have a double dose of quarters again this week. So hopefully we'll find some things that go in the books. Am I drinking sun tea? Actually, yes, I am. As a matter of fact, that's exactly what I'm drinking. It doesn't take long to make sun tea when it's 95 degrees outside. It is. I drink tea just about every day. I like tea. Anyway, we've got a double set of quarters, and I noticed something interesting this week. I've been doing this quarter thing from the car wash for over a month now, almost 2 months. And this weekend, I was cruising around YouTube looking for different things to watch and checking my notifications to make sure they were all turned on and everything. And I saw 2 other people doing car wash quarters this weekend. So I am going to assume either A, I have started a trend, or B, they have finally figured out that they're not going to be able to get any quarters from the bank for a while. They weren't doing the same thing that I'm doing, though. So that was good. They were just searching the quarters. They were not actually working on any kind of project like I am. So I thought that was interesting. Then I don't even know if I want to discuss what happened yesterday. I guess I did start a new fad. I didn't intend to. It just, I guess people don't have any access to quarters. So then yesterday I had another interesting thing happen. I got muted in the middle of an auction. And while the person indicated that they did not intend to mute me and that it was an accident, I kind of felt cheated on the auction, because by the time I could get back in, not only was the item that was going on at the time had already been sold, but the next one had as well. And I just didn't think that was right. I felt like since one of their moderators made the mistake and muted me in error, that they should have picked the auction up at the point at which I was accidentally knocked out, so that I had the opportunity to bid on those items. I mean, I understand accidents happen, but I just felt like that should have been handled a little better. And the reason I am saying that is because on my other channel, my jewelry and home decor channel, I am having an auction this coming Sunday. And if that ever happens on my channel where I or one of my moderators accidentally bumps somebody out during the auction, I'm stopping everything until that person can get back in. I mean, if they're not back in a half an hour, I'm not going to stop it. But I kind of felt a little bit cheated, because one of those was the item that I was there to bid for, and I couldn't do it. I'm not going to name any names, and I know that it was, it was an accident, but I just felt like they should have stopped until I got. Yeah, well, that's what happened to me. I got put in timeout by accident, and I hadn't done anything. And they're like, "Oh, well, it was an accident. It was an accident." Well, yeah, but it was an accident in the middle of an auction. You're right, Mark. It probably saved me some money. I'm going to look at it that way. I didn't really want that nickel anyway. Yeah, I did want that nickel, and I just was typing in my bid when the deal happened. So anyway, if that ever happens in an auction, I've never had an auction on this channel, but I have done one on my jewelry channel. If that ever happens on one of my channels, everything is going to stop until that person gets back in, because I don't think that's fair. I just don't. But that's me, I always got to get on my soapbox and gripe and complain. I don't even remember now why it was something I was bidding on. I don't. I just remember that I had looked at the list of the items and picked that and another item that I was going to bid on. And by the time I could get back in from being timed out, they had already sold the nickel and moved on and were on the last call on the other one. How do I know I was muted? Because the person on the channel said, he asked the moderator in the stream if she did that on purpose, and she said no, it was an accident. And he was like, saying it was me that was muted. So, but I could hear the chat. I just couldn't bid. I couldn't say anything in there. So, he was saying, "Oh, it's just an accident. We're sorry that happened." But then they went right on with the auction, so I had no opportunity to bid on those items. So if that ever happens on my channel, I'm stopping my auction. And I'm going to at least give that person an opportunity to get back in. I think the timeout is 5 minutes, but I had to go out and come back in, and I had already mentioned that I was having problems with my internet. So by the time I got back in, 10 minutes had gone by, and so had 2 items. So, well, actually, the channel owner saw it and asked the mod, did you do that on purpose? And the mod said, no, it was an accident. I didn't mean to do that. So anyway, that was one of my experiences this weekend, but it kind of had an interesting flip side, which was I had a metal detecting video set up to premiere at 6:30 last night. And that's just about the time that stream ended. And I was very blessed that a whole bunch of people from that coin stream came over and watched the premiere of my metal detecting video. So it kind of, you know, I didn't get a chance to bid, but I had a whole bunch of really nice people come watch my video. So, you know, I guess like Mark said, it saved me some money. I didn't really need to buy that anyway. Okay. So, I've been sorting through my stuff. Oops, I did not mean to put a blank post up there. I just bumped the keyboard. I just discovered I can put myself in timeout. That's interesting. I didn't know that. I might need to put myself in timeout and get off of Susie's soapbox. Alrighty. So anyway, we got double on quarters this week. I just happened to have 220s on me when I went to the car wash. So we have doubles on our searchable quarters. And I've got this coin. I need to see if anybody can help me. I can't get far enough away from it to really show what it is. It has no denomination written on it. I'm not sure which language this is. I got this in with a whole bunch of other things. And I have no idea what this coin is. So if anybody knows what this is, hi, Coyote Wecker. If anybody knows what this coin is or where it came from, what country, I don't know if it's Chinese, Japanese, Korean, Coinoscope app. Good idea, Handy Andy. I didn't even think about that. Duh. Yeah, because I got a whole bunch of coins and things in a lot, and this is the only one that I'm absolutely clueless about. It's a neat looking coin. I just don't have any idea. Yeah, I thought it was Japanese, and I was thinking of sending a picture of it to my 17-year-old nephew. You guys hear me refer to my nephew periodically because he just started collecting last year, and he has actually lived in Japan. So, but then I thought, well, if it's Japanese, I may want to give it to him. So I don't want to send it to him for identification. But yeah, Coinoscope is a good idea. Yeah, I thought Japanese also, because Chinese, it doesn't look like a Chinese coin. But anyway, it's the only thing that I got in that lot. It was a strange lot, and I'll tell you what it was. Shibby Rob has this thing on his channel called the Booby Prize, and he just throws all kinds of odds and ends in there, and one person ends up winning that whole big box full of assorted odds and ends. Well, 2-3 weeks ago, somebody who had donated for rolls was not in the stream. Taiwan. Okay, cool. I'll have to check into it more. Thank you so much. Anyway, I picked numbers for somebody, and they ended up winning that big chest full of odds and ends. And I don't know how to zoom out on this thing. I really have not learned how to do that. I need to, but I don't know how to. I have an issue with that. I just got this scope not too long ago. Handy Andy donated it for my channel, and it has been such a blessing. Okay, we have an ID from Roy M. I don't know how to pronounce that, but I can look it up. Is the Y pronounced like a Y? Like yuan? Or I need Wan. Okay. Is it Wan or Wan? Long A or short A? Like Wan? Let me know if I'm right. I just want to know what I have. I have no way of. So anyway, this was the only thing that was in the person who won the big box full, short A. Okay. The person that won the big box full of things told Chibi Rob to split the box with me. And so I got this huge packet. Wand without the D. Okay, wand. Great. Anyway, I got this huge packet of the most wand without the D. Okay. Interesting odds and ends you have ever seen. And this was one of them. So I am glad that I have an identification for that. It's kind of a neat looking coin. I had just never seen one before, and it was not anything I was familiar with. I'm going to write it down real quick. All right. Now I know what that is. I so appreciate you helping me with that. Thank you so much. All right. So anyway, I ended up with all these strange odds and ends, including that coin. And then a question that popped into my head. I don't understand why anybody would do this. So maybe you guys can help me out. Because I'm not like a serious into coins kind of person. I like coins, but I don't, sometimes people do things that I don't understand. And one of the things that I got was a whole bunch of coins that were cut out of mint sets. And so they're in their little plastic, but separated from the rest of the mint set. Why would someone cut up a mint set? Is there anybody that can answer that question for me? Because I have a whole bunch of these, that are from mint sets. And then they even included the little chunks that from the US Mint. But why would you do that? I did notice that there's no denomination higher than a quarter in here, which I'm guessing someone wanted the $50 because there are no $50 in here. Yeah, I just, how would I don't even know what to do with them. Just, they kind of lost the value of being in a mint set. So I guess I could put them in my albums. Okay, some only put coins from mint and proof sets in their albums. Oh, okay. I guess that makes sense. I'm not rich enough to do that. So, this is the Lodo show, so I don't understand. Older sets, dealers cut out the silver all the time to melt them. Then the leftovers are they sell. Okay. See, I could never do that. Yeah. I like proof sets. I like all kinds of sets. And that's just my personal thing. I like them all nice, neat, and orderly and clean and tidy. But yeah, I got a whole bunch of those, and some of them are pretty neat. I just was not sure why that would happen. So I am glad to have all of you guys in here that know a lot more about coins than I do. Some of you may not know how I even got going with the coins. And I'm going to reach up here and grab something, and if I can reach it, excuse me, I couldn't quite reach what I wanted here. But way back when I was in high school, I was 15 years old, which was the youngest you could be in Florida and have a job. And I got a job working in a grocery store. Well, I would always throw the silver coins and the wheat pennies and the Indians and that kind of thing over in the side of my drawer, and the boss would let me buy them out of my drawer at the end of my shift. And so I would give the silver ones to my mother, and I started keeping the pennies. And this was back in the 60s, just to put a time frame on this. And I just, I went and got a couple of books, and I started keeping the pennies and gave the silver to my mom to keep. And so I had these books, and somewhere around, I'm going to say 72 or 73, they disappeared. I couldn't find them. And I had some other coins and stuff that later on were stolen. And so I just assumed that these two books had vanished, had gone the way of the rest of those things. Well, when my mother passed away in 2013, I found my original penny books stashed away in the back of her linen closet. And so I carried them around for a little while, didn't do anything with them. Then my friend Tommy died last year, and I found his coins. And he didn't have any books. He just had his in a metal box. And so I decided that I was going to try to finish up some of his. And then I decided, well, gee, I need to try and finish these two penny books that I have. And I have slowly been working on them. They only go up to 74. So I do have another book that takes some of the newer ones, but these are my original two books. This one is almost full. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm only missing 4 pennies out of this one. This is the one that runs from 1941 to 1974. So I'm only missing 4 pennies out of this one. This one, on the other hand, is pretty weak. But this is what got me into doing coins again. This and my friend Tommy dying and me finding his coins. So that's, I'm real low dough. I can't go and buy a bunch of things. And plus I go out metal detecting, and some of the coins, I have a whole nother book that I've started called Dirty Money. And I'm going to do nothing but metal detected coins in those. We'll start working on them later on in the year. So anyway, that's pretty much all of that. I did go through some of my stuff today and try to find some things that are duplicates or things that just don't appeal to me for whatever reasons. And so my prize box is full again. They may not be as fancy as some of the things that I was giving out, but that's another part of this is the Lodo show, and unfortunately I'm gonna have to for a time anyway. Scott, I don't really know. I'd have to go back and make a list. The one book that I only need 4 in, I could probably tell you. The one that I only need 4, let me find my other glasses. I'm semi-blind. I need a 1941D, a 1943S, a 1954, oops, and a 1968S. And that will do that book. But I kind of like hunting for things. Yeah, I guess that's part of my metal detectorist thing. I like the hunt. I don't like just having the stuff handed to me unless I can't get it any other way. Like I tried yesterday to get a 1909 VDB, and I was unsuccessful because I got outbid pretty quick. But I like hunting for the things. So anyway, that's how I got back into it, and that's why I do the Lodo show. I do this to encourage people to start, because they'll say, oh, I can't afford to collect coins. Well, yeah, you can. See these? I go down to the car wash. I get quarters. I have the cleanest car in Quitman, Georgia, because I go to the car wash. Now, these are the quarters we're going to work with today. But anyway, what I was going to say, I got a little sidetracked. At least until after I get moved, I'm going to have to maybe not give away so many prizes. And that's strictly because I'm not a monetized channel, and I'm on Social Security, and I'm spending a ton of money on mailing this stuff out. To be real honest, I love giving prizes away. I do. I absolutely love it. But it's getting pretty pricey. Like, I've got a basket right here I need to go mail. I should have gone today. There's $25 worth of postage right there. And then I've got 3 more sitting over on the side that I haven't done yet. So I'm going to have to maybe only give away 1 prize in the stream rather than 3 or 4 like I usually do. And it's not because I don't want to, it's because I can't afford to. So that's also the reason that my little bag is going across the screen here. This is, I periodically do put banners up asking people to sponsor my channel through Patreon or PayPal, and this is why, because I can't afford to mail things. I'm on social insecurity. So anyway, y'all don't take it that I'm being greedy or I just don't want to give things away. That's not it. It's just right now I'm getting ready to move, and Phil, I will do that because I'm gonna make some changes once I get moved. I'm changing on how a lot of my things are going to work. But because I'm getting ready to move, and I'm moving to a different state, it's a money. I have to really watch my money for the next 2-3 months. I'm moving in about 4 weeks. So, yeah, I'm going to have to just watch that. So I will be doing a giveaway sometime during this stream, but I'm just not. And the other thing, I'm kind of saving them for my next big giveaway. I did 333, 444, 555, and some people are superstitious and they don't want me to do 666, so I might do 696. But I did finally break 600, so I'm very happy about that. Anyway, we're going to start going through our quarters here. Now, when I get the quarters, I don't know what's in them either. The only thing that I do as far as the quarters, when I get them from the car wash, is I do separate them by the type of quarters they are. These are the national parks. These are your regular Washington quarters, and these are the states. Now, after I go through them for the book, I still end up with tubes full that are marked, because these all have to be gone back through for varieties and errors. So at some point, I'm going to start going through those pretty soon, because I need to cash some of this stuff in for my move. So we're going to start out tonight. I guess I'll just pick one. Let's just do this one. We'll start with this. I encourage the older people in my apartment complex here to do this with their grandkids. This is kind of one of the things about this project. It doesn't cost very much to get the book, and you don't necessarily have to use car wash quarters. You can use your laundromat quarters. You can use you change from the grocery store. I've got one lady wrote me a letter, said that she and her grandson went and got her husband's coffee can that he keeps all his poker winnings in, and they've been going through his change and filling their book out of his poker winnings. So I thought that one was pretty cool. All right. I got to find my other glasses here so I can see these coins. And we're going to start out with the states, with our state quarter book. I think we are on week number 6, and we've actually done pretty well from our local car wash. We are down to, we need a 2008 Alaska. We need Puerto Rico, Guam, American Samoa, U.S. Virgin Islands, and the Northern Mariana items. All of the rest of these came from the local car wash. Now, if I see one that's particularly nice, I do check my book and make sure that, we might be able to replace one that's not quite as pretty. Like my Iowa one looks like it's got some kind of tape or something on it. So I'm hoping to find a better example of Iowa. So anyway, all the ones we need are on this page, and we have this pile to search and see if we can find anything that will fit in the book. So I'm going to switch back over to the scope simply because it's easier for my eyes. So might as well just grab a handful and start. See where we're at here. See if we get anything at all we can use this week. Oh, need to get a little more in focus. We do not need Delaware. Oh, I got the tube here. I was going to put these in. I just load them back into a tube so I can go through them later and look for the errors and variety things. Kansas, I know I need to set that aside because that's one of the ones that that has things to look for. Maryland, nope. It takes a long time for me to do these sometimes, so I'll try to be a little bit faster. I'm not going to stick them all under the scope. North Carolina, Georgia, Pennsylvania, Kentucky. Oops. Throwing things around up in here. South Dakota. Like I said, I'll be going back through all these later for... Ew, that was nasty. Connecticut, Arkansas, California. We're not done very well. Come on, quarters. Spit something good out. Utah, Minnesota, South Carolina, another Delaware. Yeah, we at the car wash. Yeah. Washington, Indiana. Yeah, once we got to where we had a lot of them filled in, it doesn't take long to go through them. Virginia, another Kansas, Rhode Island. Dude, that was nasty looking. Arkansas, Florida. I was raised in Florida. Highly overrated. No, actually, I loved Florida before Disney. Ooh, here's another Iowa, but it doesn't really look any better than the one I have. So it's not too sanitary. I'll just keep going, hope for a better. Well, here's got a bicentennial. Wyoming. Ooh, Vermont. Ooh, 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 we got one. Woohoo, we got one. Yeah, we got the Alaska. Woohoo! That's the last of the states that we needed. From this point on, everything are territories. We need Puerto Rico, Guam, American Samoa, U.S. Virgin Islands, and the Northern Marianas. So, yay, we got one. Oh my gosh! Oh my gosh! Oh my gosh! 2 in a row. Look what we got, folks. We got Guam. How about that? Woo! We got Guam. I get excited over the little things, you know, when you are doing like a low dough thing like this, and you get one, it's exciting. Does American Samoa still have 0 COVID? I don't know. That is a good question. I pray that they do. Ugh, that is about the nastiest looking thing ever there. I can't even tell what that says. It's so nasty. Louisiana. That looks like it came from the swamps of Louisiana. Utah. New York. I didn't think we'd ever get like Guam or any of those. So I'm very happy to see that. Indiana. Massachusetts. Maryland. Yeah, it gets progressively harder week after week. Ohio, Mississippi. And now that we're down to just the territories, I imagine it's going to get really difficult. Montana. Got my last 2 here. Illinois. And another Alaska. Huh. All that time we went, whoops, I don't know where that one went without the Alaska, and then I got two of them. Okay, so out of the car wash for our books, for our state book today, we got the Guam and Alaska. So and we got a bicentennial, which I'll set aside. So all that's left now, Puerto Rico, American Samoa, U.S. Virgin Islands, and the Northern Marianas. Pretty cool. And we did it all from the local car wash in a little bitty town in rural Georgia. So I think it's pretty cool. Okay, let's get rid of that one. And let's move on to the national parks. How have we done on those? Actually, we haven't done awful, but we haven't done great. And it's hard to turn the pages with my gloves. All right. We haven't done very well on 2010, 2011, and 2012. Just have not. And I don't know why I put that one in backwards. Flip that one over since I see it in there backwards. All right. Of course, in here we also have both the Philadelphia and the Denvers. We haven't gotten any of the 2021s, of course, and we have not done real well on the 2020s, but we're working towards that. And we have quite a few to search today, so get my book adjusted here. It's kind of hard because this one takes a lot of space. All right, now all right. Now we have that bag. I'm going to find my glasses. Oh, my glove again. I do try to wear my gloves because coins be dirty. They're dirty. Yeah, they're a little bit dirty, but that's just the way it works. All right. So, see what we got to work with today. Put my superpower glasses back on and get this bag opened up. See what we got this week. See if we get anything we can use. Put the cap on that so I don't start mixing my quarters up. Get us a fresh tube for the rejects and see where we're at. Okay. Sometimes these are hard for me to read. National Park. I own a lot of them. I only need these. Uh-oh. What in the Okay. Audio back. Here's my audio back. Hello, Jonathan Reese. Hi. I hope I'm okay here. I am back. I am back. Am I good? Am I all back now? Sound back? Picture back? I don't know what that was. All of a sudden, I looked up and colors were going across my screen. I thought I was back in the 60s having some kind of wild trip down at the teen center or something. So, okay, I'm back. I hope. Oh, my goodness. Woohoo! Hi, Nick Haas. How are you? It's always something over here at the Low Dose Show. You know, the equipment fails or I fail. Anyway, like I was saying before I was so rudely interrupted, we have to search for the P's and the D's, and the first one I picked up was a national park, but I need the D, and that's not it. So let's see what else we got in here. Salt River Bay. I need the D, and of course it's the P. I have that problem. I keep getting peed on here with these stupid coins. San Antonio Missions 2019. I need, what do I need? I need the D, and of course I got the P. And this one does not have the error on it that Shibby Rob found a whole roll of, unfortunately. We have all of, okay, I have both of the Roosevelts. Don't need that one. Another San Antonio. Please be a D. No, another P. It is so hot. Nick, I don't know where you are exactly, but the last time I looked at my weather was about 2 hours ago, and it was 95 degrees and 65% humidity. And I stepped out long enough to think about taking my trash to the dumpster and change my mind because it was just too hot. So my garbage is sitting on my front porch, and it will remain that way until it gets down below, at least below 80. It's just incredibly hot. I have tried to go detecting several times, and I have to get up at like 5 and get out there by 6:30 and be home by 9, because after that you just can't take the heat. No. And the ground is hard as a rock. And if you watch any of my metal detecting videos, you'll see me complain every time. And I actually showed my digging tool actually bent. It's a guaranteed for life digging tool, and it is bent because the ground is so hard. I am looking at coins, but so far I have not found anything that we need at all. Just repeat performances, and I'm not going to stick them under the scope for that. Please be a D. I don't know why I'm having so much trouble getting the D's. It's almost everything I'm missing is a D. It's just the way it is. Working at the car wash, baby. get what I get. Ooh, this one's got green slime on it. And it's a pea. I'm telling you. See, some of them I can just put right in there because I know, like, I have all of the 2017s and all of the 2018s. So, or the Pacific. Please be a D. That's a P. Every one of them that I've needed, I've just pulled the P's. Like I said, I put them back in the tubes, and then I go through them. I will go through them later, maybe live, I'm not sure. Looking for some of the strange little errors that have turned up along the way. I have so many of them to search, and I need to take them back to the bank. Right now I've got a couple $100 of rolled up change that the bank has called me twice and asked me, would I please bring my change, because they know I always have change. It's so funny though that the bank actually is calling me asking for change. I think that's hysterical. Quite humorous. Yay, I got one. Woohoo. We got something we can use finally. Let's take a little look at her. I need some light. Now I need some focus. There we go. And we needed the D. And we got it. Now I know this one's supposed to have some kind of weird thing to look for, but I don't remember what it is right now. So we'll just put it in the book for now and be happy we found anything. Oops. That's it, Suze. Put it in upside down so you can't read it. There we go. All right. Well, we didn't get skunked. We got one so far. Some of these, even if I need them, I'm not putting them in my book because they're just that nasty. I always hit the P's on the Lowells, and I've been looking for a D. Not having any luck with it, though. A little warm in here. Almost got the tube full, and so far we found one. Better than none, though. That's the challenge of doing it from the car wash quarters. You know, I have people all the time offer to send them to me, and no, I don't want that. I want to find them in the spirit of the project. So that's how I'm doing it. Eventually, if I can't find them, then I will fill them in. Yeah, I know, Fleabag. I'm going to go back through all of them and look for the errors in a different stream. I've got a whole list of errors. forgot what I was doing here. Yeah, I know there's a number of ones that I need to go back and take a look at. And we will do that. Maybe in the next week or two, we will be doing that because I need to return some of these quarters back to the bank. I've got tubes and tubes of quarters. So, and obviously I can't do them all online. I'm going to have to just go through them one night. I might, though. I might just throw a live stream open while I'm searching them, and if anybody wants to come in and watch, they're welcome to do so. I don't plan on making a big giant show of it, but that might be interesting for people. Hi, Kellen. Hi, Silver Stacker. Hi, Andrew Cooper. Hello, Fleabag. I know I answered you, but I never did greet you. I get so engrossed in the quarters. You guys know how it is. I get engrossed in looking at the money, and I forget all about the fact that I'm streaming, which probably isn't a good thing because I probably, fortunately, I don't cuss as much as I used to, so I haven't gotten myself in any major trouble swearing online. Oh, here's a 2013. Let me see if this is anything we need. Nope, we've got Perry's Victories, both of them. Stack is starting to dwindle down. Where are we at here? Please be a D. Nope. So far, we've only gotten one that went in the book. And we are about to run out of quarters. I got about 8 more to go. Like I said, it gets harder and harder. The more of them we find, the harder the challenge becomes to fill them all in. Have both of the arches. I could really use a D Saratoga. That's another P. And here's a Lowell that's going to be a P. Yeah. Well, I'm down to the last 3. Hi, Tiff. 17. I got 2 to go. Last one. Shawnee, please, please, please be a D. And it's not a D, I don't think. I don't believe that's a D. That looks like a big fat P. Well, heck. Well, we got one in this book. So we didn't get skunked. We did get one. So put this one away for another week. Who knows? Maybe when I move, I'll end up, I hope I can find a car wash to finish my project that gives quarters instead of tokens, or I'll have to finish it some other way, laundromat or something. But yeah, maybe when I move, I'll get a different variety than what I'm getting down here in Georgia. So that could be interesting. Okay, let me take a little break here. Visit with my peeps. Hi, peeps. All right. Oh, my goodness. Sorry. I'm not supposed to touch my face, but at least I used a tissue and I could throw it away. All right. I'm going to take a little break and then we're going to come back and we're going to do just our regular Washington quarters. I am so enjoying my new old book that it's falling apart, and that's part of why I love it. Kellen got this for me in one of the auctions that I was bidding on it and I got outbiddicated. But I like these because you can see both sides. As you can see, this is the 1932 to 1964, and my collection is pretty sparse in those dates. I'm just that way. I do have some proofs that aren't in that book. I'm doing a little better from 88 to 98. Got pretty good. I don't even have the book for after 98. I'm missing some books. This is the 65 to 87. It's not too bad. But I'm gonna take a break here. Get me a little tea. Tiffany, I did not get to the post office today. They were not here. My stuff from Shibby was not here Friday. And I have not been to the post office since. I was feeling really bad this morning. And I didn't want to go out in the 95-degree heat. So I did not go. But I have to go pay my electric bill tomorrow, or I won't have any air conditioning. So I will run by there tomorrow and see if my packages have arrived. Because the other package I got was that lot that I bid on that had all the rings in it. I make jewelry, but one of the things I do not make is rings, and I like rings. Oh, like you can see them there. That's really good. I wear my plan is I wear them, and then when my niece's daughters see them, and they'll go, "Ooh, I like that one." Well, if it's one of the ones I bought from the auction, I just take it off and it's theirs. Now, of course, they're never going to get those. And these over here both were given to me by a friend of mine back in the 60s, and she has passed away many years ago. But all of these other little odds and ends, the spoon rings and the little hippie flower rings, those, I wear them for a while and then I give them to the girls. All right. I did not even make a drawing here. For those of you who missed me boo-hooing earlier, the reason that this thing is going across the screen saying, you know, please support the channel is because I really and truly can't afford to keep mailing out as many giveaways as I have been, at least right now while I'm in my moving. I'm getting ready to move, and I need the money to move. So it's becoming an issue for me. Like, I have a basket right here right now that's over $30, and I have 3 more packages over there that have to be sent out. And this is all coming out of my Social Security check. So that's not a good thing. It's not a good thing at all. So this this is one of the reasons we're only going to have one drawing tonight. I'm going to try to make it an interesting drawing. And it's just a little odds and ends thing. I don't know what's missing. Penny, nickel. I need a dime. I used to have a whole bunch of dimes in my giveaway box, and I don't see any now. I guess I gave them all away. I used to have a whole bunch of 64s. I don't see any dimes left in my box. So we won't be including a dime in the packet. Okay, well, I'm going to have to do. I try. I try, folks. Oh my goodness, I do try. All right, so I'm going to organize these a little bit. It's kind of an interesting oddball selection for a giveaway, but it is what it is. I'm trying to save some stuff for some giveaways that are upcoming, like my 666, which may be a 696, because some of the people are afraid of the 666. I did finally break 600, so we're on our way to doing that one. Let's flip over to this camera. I've got some stuff laying out here. Please ignore my mess. Okay, we've got a 1967 Kennedy. We've got a bicentennial quarter. We've got a 2004 D Jefferson nickel Louisiana Purchase. And I know they're kind of mundane. So here's a 1905 Indian head penny and a Susie Q metal detecting and coin collecting channel sticker. And I have an extra sticker over here that I'm going to throw in. Nope, that's not an extra. I thought that was an extra. Nope. Can't give that one away. That's got sticky on the back, which means it fell off my board. All right. So there's our little packet for the day. I'm sorry it cannot be more, but Susie's going to have to tighten the belt for a little bit here. Hi, Armando. Armando, where's my sticker, buddy? You're supposed to send me a sticker. I'm still waiting. I want my sticker. Yeah, I like stickers. Okay. So, what we're going to do, how many people we got in here right now? 13. Okay. That'll work. Alrighty. I'm going to give you a range of numbers. Hello, Linda Wallace, Papa Giorgio. Who else have I missed? I know I said hi to Armando. Okay, I think I got everybody. If I've missed you, I'm sorry. I'm trying BC Treasure Trails. Hey, woohoo! Just in time, we're going to have a little giving away party here. We're going to do a little number guessing thing. I'll have to tell you the range. Oops, I messed up. And how we're going to do this is a little bit different, so you got to be careful with this range of numbers to stay within the range. So as soon as it shows up on your screen, you can start guessing numbers between these two. You need to be in the US, please, because Canadian postage and out of the country postage is killing me. You need to be at least 18. You need to do all of those things. Hi, ambient girl. Cyclone 13. Cool. Anyway, so you're going to have a range of numbers in which to guess between. And then you'll see how I'm going to pick the number. But whoever it is going to have to be the closest without going over. And I'm going to give y'all, let's say about 3 minutes. Let me put 3 minutes on the timer here. No, I don't want 12. 3 will be sufficient. And I'm posting the range as soon as it shows up. Y'all got 3 minutes to guess a number in that range. And up for grabs is the 1905 Indian head penny, the Louisiana Purchase nickel, the bicentennial quarter, the 1967 Kennedy, and a Suzy Q 96 sticker. You can't guess over 30, Mike. It's got to be between 5 and 30, unless you're intentionally trying to throw yourself out of the contest. There should be enough numbers between 5 and 30 for everybody to have one. Those of you who played this game with me last week knows what that noise in the background is. Only 5 through 30, not 5 through 39. It's 5 through 30. I may have to alter that if I keep getting more people in the channel, and I'd be happy to do that. That would make me very happy to have to change the I'm laying that there and you'll understand why in a minute. I need a table. All right. Clock is a ticking. Anybody that hasn't guessed one needs to do it. Oh, okay, BC. Yeah, I understand. I don't mind mailing to Canada under normal circumstances, but right now I'm getting ready to move, and I've had to squish it down to only doing one giveaway in my stream right now because I'm not monetized and I'm on Social Security, so I just can't afford the postage. And somebody said, oh, you're always asking for money. Well, you know, it takes money to send this stuff out. So, you know, I wish I didn't have to. I wish I had the money where I could go down to the post office. After my 500 giveaway, I went down to the post office to mail out all the prizes, and it was over $75. I gave away so much stuff on that Cinco de Mayo party that we had that, okay, do one, stop. Okay, now here's the twist to the game. The reason that it was 5 through 30 is we have 5 dice. The minimum number you can roll with 5 dice would be 5. 5 of those. The maximum number would be 6 times 5, which is 30. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to roll the dice, and whoever was the closest without going over is the winner. I do not like random comment pickers. I have not had good luck with them. And personally, I think some of them are rigged. I know people think that's a strange thing to say, but I just do. Oh, one guess. I always forget. I need to make a little thing that scrolls across. Okay, I am now where the numbers start. So I can roll my dice and add them up here. They're all on the screen. There's 10, 13, 14, 15. So we need the closest to 15 without going over. Cyclone has 13. I see a lot of them that went over. Looks like Mr. Cyclone 13 is the winner with that 13. If anybody wants to contest that, tell me now, but it looks to me like the 13 is the closest without going over. One of the reasons I said that about the random pickers is this is bad, but I actually know somebody that got caught doing this. Yeah, Cyclone 13 is our winner. Thank you. We will put these in a packet. Do I have your address? If I don't, well, go ahead and send it to me again so I can enter it into my new database that I've been working on, so I don't have to keep asking over and over. Anyway, somebody got caught going through the comments and deleting people's comments that they didn't like. And how they did it, because, you know, somebody would be able to go back and say, oh, well, my comment vanished. So what they did was they just deleted it right before the drawing. So right up until the drawing, that person thought they were in it, and they weren't. And the person got caught doing it. What do you mean you have Armando? Oh, Ida has a question for me. I'm sorry, I missed it. Hi, Ida. Where I'm scrolling back up, I don't see a question. Oh, well, my address was on the envelope I sent your sticker in, but I'll send it to you, Armando. Hi, Ida. Someone said you have a question for me. I'm sorry, I miss things sometimes. So what is your question, my dear? I will try to answer it, unless it requires me to say a bad word or something. Let me get rid of those and mark down here who won this before I lose it. You need my channel URL. For which channel? This one or my jewelry channel, or both. My pen won't write. There we go. I got to mark that. Okay, quick question. My regular schedule is okay. My regular schedule is Monday nights from 5 to 7 Eastern time. I do the Lodo coin hunting show, which is where we're at right now. Okay. Do you need me to email all this to you? My other show is Wednesday nights from 8 to 10. And that is From the Ground Up, which is my metal detecting show. Also on this channel. So, yeah, Ida, I don't know if I have your email, hon. Can you email me? Mine's going across the screen there. It's SusieQ96@gmail. So, Ida, if you would email me so that I have your email address, then I can just answer you back and give you all the information, because I do actually have a special event coming next week for my other channel, actually Sunday at 11 Eastern time on my other channel, Oh Susie Q Jewelry and Decor. I have a Christmas in July event coming. Yes, I do a metal detecting show, Egg Surfer, every Wednesday night from 8 to 10 p.m. I sure do. It's called From the Ground Up. We had a real good show this past week. We were watching other people's videos, including a strange fellow named Bill Wyman from the Rolling Stones, who is an avid metal detectorist and has been since the 90s. We were watching a little bit of Bill Wyman. He's found some things so incredible they're in British museums. So anyway, yeah, I'll get that info to Ida somehow. I always forget to do things. All right. All I got left are my regular Washington quarters. Now, I'm going to do this a little bit different just to make things simpler. First, I'm going to find my gloves. So yeah, yes, Egg Surfer, I am an avid detectorist. I have a detecting show. Sometimes it turns into a coin hunting and detecting show. It just depends on what crowd turns up. We had a pretty mixed bag for the premiere of my latest metal detecting video last night. There were a lot of coin people in there. It was fun. I didn't find a whole lot of magical things, but it was a fun video anyway. Okay, what I'm going to do that's a little bit different here is just simply to speed things up a little bit. I'm going to yes, I did get the email, Ida. I just saw it pop up on my cell phone. How do I get quarters from the car wash? Well, in this little town that I live in, our car wash is not so far advanced that they have tokens. They have quarters, and they just have change machines at the thing. And if I want to wash my car, I have to go down there and put a bill in the machine and get a bunch of quarters out, and then put the quarters in the car wash. Well, I don't carry cash very often, so I've got to go to the ATM and get money, and all it ever gives me is $20 bills. So I take my $20 bill, I go down there, I put it in the change machine. I use maybe $2 of it to clean my car, and then I've got $18 in quarters. So that's where my quarters come from. I just happen to be fortunate enough that our car wash still uses quarters and not tokens. So I get them from the machine. I have to be careful because I actually almost put a silver quarter back in the car wash. The only silver I ever found there. I almost put it back in the car wash. Thank you so much, Ida. I will get that information to you. I really appreciate what you're doing. That is really a cool thing. Ida is kind of setting up a calendar that my Coyote, she's setting up a calendar where we can go and look at a schedule, almost like TV used to have, where you can go and see whose events are on at what day and what time, and that's just really gonna be cool when she gets that thing up and running well. So far, Bill, I have not found any W quarters. I keep hoping, but I've only been doing this about 6 weeks now on this project. And so thus far, I did find a silver, and the silver is what prompted me. When I almost put it in the car wash, my thought was, oh my goodness, I should be looking at my quarters and, a little bit better. What I'm doing is sorting these by decade, just so I can stay all within one book at a time. It's just a lot easier. So anyway, so far no W's. But I did get the Guam quarter out of there tonight. That was one that we needed for the book, and I wasn't really anticipating getting the territorial ones out of there. So, and I keep hoping I'll get another silver. Thus far, has not happened. Let me see, Armando. Everything's scrolling by me too fast. Okay, I try to use my email with the address on it where I will remember to send stickers. I will email you. I have your email. I will email you my address. So I will take care of that. I will take care of that. Like I said, right now I'm just sorting by decades so that it's easier for me to pick the right book up and not have to keep swapping books on these. Not that I'm not finding anything really exciting when I'm doing this, but it could happen. Who is that used to say that? Oh, Judy Tenuta used to say that, the comedian. It could happen. This way we can knock these out, see if we got any that'll go in the books. A lot of 90s in this batch. So anyway, I had something I was going to say. Yeah, thank you. There you go. Andy's got it covered. Andy's got it covered. Get that P.O. box up there. Yeah, if anybody wants to send me anything, there's the address right there. My people down at my post office never know what's going to happen at my post office box. I don't know what they think I do. But I get periodically some rather heavy-duty packages. And one guy asked me if I was importing bricks. That was the last one you sent me, Andy, that had the bottles of the cola-flavored beverage in it and the box of pennies. I told him no, it wasn't bricks. It was jewelry making supplies. Like when Kellen sent me the box of rocks. Okay. Well, there wasn't anything particularly exciting in there, but we got them down now to where we know. I don't believe I'm going to need the big book tonight. I don't think I had anything lower than 64. I'm sure I didn't. So we can put that one away right now. 65 to 87. Okay, let's see what we need in 65 to 87. And not a whole lot. We need 71, 71D, 72D. So we only need 3 in this book. These over here are just vacancies for varieties or whatever. So we do not need any of these 60s quarters. So we can move them. So basically, we need to look at what's in this small group right here. Woo! What we got here? We got a 71. Got to see if that's a D. I can't read and I'm blind. My eyes don't work very good. That is a 71D. And we need it. Yay! Yay, yay, and yay! Got one! Don't need the 70. Don't need the 79. 79. Don't need that. 72. But it is not a D. I need the D. I don't believe this has a D on it. Nope. It's naked. 73, 79, and 77. Okay. Well, we breezed through those, but we got one. So every set of books, we have at least gotten one tonight. We got two in our state book. Okay, so okay, anything before 87, we're not going to need. So I can get them out now. Okay, in this one, let's get back over here to our regularly scheduled camera. Somebody's saying goodbye, and I can't see who it is because I have something open for it. Okay, it was Nick. Bye, Nick. Thank you so much for coming. I hope you slapped that like button on your way out or in. Okay, this book, all I need in here is an 88D. So that should be pretty easy. Just look through these and see if there's an 88D in the bunch. 89, 83. There's an 88, but it does not seem to have a D on it. I'll double check it in a minute, but I don't think it does. 89, 85, 85. See why I sorted them? It made it a lot quicker to go through them if they're sorted by decade. 87, 84, 89, 85, 84, 83, and 89. So all I got is this one over here. I need to check to see if it has the D on it or not. Why is it so dark today? I can't see. That looks like a P. Or what is that? Is that a D or a P or a what the heck? Come on, focus. That's a P for pooey. All right. Well, that took care of those. Oops. And there is no point in me going through the 90s because I do not have the book for anything past 98. And all of the other ones I already have. So we have completed that portion of the program. Well, we didn't get skunked. Like I said, it gets harder and harder the fuller the books get. You know, when you first start, you got an empty book. You know, it's like, oh, we found 10 tonight. Well, then it gets down to where you only need one in the book. And that's just the way it works. Yep, it's a P. It was a P. I'm tired of getting them P's. I mean, I like P's and everything, but just not helping me out. All right. So we did pretty good. I mean, we got stuff. We didn't get skunked. Whew. And I'm trying to think. Okay. Yeah, I know. So all of those 90s, I had no use for them. So there we go. That was done. I had something I was going to say and I forgot what it was. Oh yeah. Wednesday night at 8 o'clock Eastern, I have my metal detecting show from the ground up. Actually, from here, I am going to go to an interesting detecting show. If I can get the link for it, I'll tell you about it. The show that is on Monday nights, where people come in and talk about their metal detecting finds. But I always have a problem trying to find the link for it. And I thought I had saved it in my bookmarks. So let me look real quick and see if I saved it, because I went to it a couple times and I liked it. And I couldn't find my way back to it. So I guess I did not save it. I guess I only thought I did. Well, I guess I'll have to hunt around for it, and I'll talk about it on Wednesday night. And I did find some other interesting things to share on Wednesday night that are, of course, detector related. My keyboard. Oh, well. I can't put it where I usually put the keyboard because there's a box under my desk, and I used to put the keyboard on there. But M3, the Wonder Kitty, has decided that he likes to sleep on that box. And the last time I put the keyboard on there, he disconnected me from everything. Yep, I whipped that keyboard out. Yep, there it is. And there it went. See, that's how it goes. I don't have a lot of room in here. You guys would. One day I'm going to have to, before I disassemble this for my move, I'm going to have to bring my little GoPro in here and make a video of what my office looks like. I kid you not, it is probably only 4 feet from where my hand is to the wall behind my monitor. It is a long, skinny closet that I sit in. It's uh-oh. What is going on? YouTube is just spinning around in circles. I don't like that. Why is my YouTube spinning around in circles? Oh no. Okay. It doesn't look like we are connected. Uh-oh. Huh. Must just be mine then. It's spinning around here. Anyway, so I've got that going Wednesday night. I'm going to start doing something a little bit different with this show and that one. I'm going to have some special guests periodically, since I can do that with StreamYard easily enough. I can give somebody a link and I can pop them up here and we can have special guests. So I'm working on lining up some special guests. Don't have anybody confirmed yet. Sunday, I'm doing Hey, Marty's nuts about digging in coins. Just in time. We were just talking about the metal detecting channel. My metal detecting show, not the metal detecting channel. Yeah, I'm going to start bringing some guests in so that we can have some question and answers and that kind of stuff. I don't want to put 9 people up there. I've tried to watch where there's 4 or 5 and it's just a mess. But I do want to use it where I can bring people in who can answer questions about coins and people who can answer questions about detecting equipment or detecting events, that sort of thing. I think the ultimate cool would be if I could get Bill Wyman from the Rolling Stones to come in and talk about all the cool stuff he has found, but that's not going to happen. But I am going to try to do that. And on Sunday, I'm going to, for my other channel, be having a Christmas in July jewelry and decor sale. It's going to be an auction this time. Last time it was just a sale, but I'm going to do the auction and I might have some buy it nows. I need to do this all before I move. I am moving around the 20th of August, and I don't know, I may miss a week or so of shows, maybe not. It just depends on the internet situation, where I am moving to. I'll try not to be missing anything. So anyway, I'm going to be doing that on Sunday at 11 Eastern. And we have a lot of fun in there. A lot of the coin people come in there, and some of the detecting people, but a lot of the coin people come in there. We have a good time and goof around, and people get some good bargains. And I figured, as hot as it is, you know, it's just miserably hot. You know, let's pretend it's Christmas. Maybe we can psychologically cool ourselves down a little bit that way. And maybe I won't have to carry quite so much stuff up to Virginia with me. Maybe I can find good homes for it within the community. Other than that, I don't have a whole lot. I did premiere a new metal detecting video last night. I'm probably going to have a couple of videos go up in the next 2-3 days. The series I'm getting ready to start on are, they're not new, like brand new detecting things. They're what happened when I did the factory firmware upgrades with my Nocta Macro Simplex detector. It's supposed to be all easy peasy. You plug it in and you download the software, and like magic, your detector is better. Well, that's not quite what happened with me. My detector threw a tantrum. It really threw a tantrum, and we had to get the people from the Nocta factory to weigh in on how to correct the problems. And so it's a whole process of what happened. I did the first update and it really messed up some stuff. And then I did the second one, and that really came with some surprises. Eventually we got the machine dialed in, and it's a way better machine than it was when I started, but the process of getting there may help some folks who have not yet done the upgrades. I know a lot of you know Cynthia Swearingen. Cynthia has not done the upgrades because she saw the horror stories. And I'm hoping that after people see it and there's a lot of the how to fix this and how to correct that in it. But there's a series of 3 or 4 videos that I'm going to be trying to get out within the next week on that. I'm also working on something for the coin community that I can't really talk about right now. I'm not 100% sure how it's going to work or if it's going to work. So, but I am working on stuff. I'm really sorry I couldn't do more giveaways, but I basically found myself in a position where I couldn't even mail out the things that I had already given away. So I decided that it's just going to have to screech to a halt right now, where I'm doing 1 per stream until I've got everybody's stuff out and I know for sure they'll have enough money to do my move. So, you know, and the thing is, I don't ever tell people when I'm going to do my drawing. I don't necessarily do it at the beginning. I don't necessarily do it at the end. I do it whenever I feel like taking a break. So the Apex has come out and it is available in some areas, Marty. In fact, not this past week, but the week before, I did a thing on my show where we actually compared the Apex to the Simplex. I found a guy who had done an incredible breakdown on the 2 machines side by side, and we showed that. And I'm sticking with my Simplex after I looked at it. But there's a number of people who have already. Oh, you're in Canada. I forgot about that. Yeah, Calico. They're taking pre-orders. They don't even have them yet, unless they've gotten them in the last day or 2. They're still taking pre-orders. But there are some videos out there of different people who have gotten their hands on them. Of course, most of them probably work for Garrett, like Zero Discrimination. She's done a whole series on it, different tests of different things. So you might want to, if you haven't watched her videos and you're interested in the Apex, you might want to go watch her videos on it, because she did a pretty good job of covering all of the different features that oh, have mercy. Am I back? Am I back? I hope I am back. Oh, oh no. No, 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 no. Come back. Come back. Shane, come back. Shane. Yay. I did that to myself. I was trying to find this link to give to Marty, and I lost it. Oh, I found it. I got it. I got it. Let me just copy this link. This might be very helpful. All right, I found the link. This guy did a really good comparison. Oh, come on. Terrible lag. All right. Yeah, I'm doing this for Marty, but if anybody else is interested in comparing those two. Okay. Check this one out, Marty. This comparison, it's on mentalmetaldetecting.com, and that is the best breakdown of the features of the Apex that I've seen, and it also lists them side by side with the features of the Simplex, because those they're in a comparable level, but they're not in a comparable price level. And that was one of the things. But that is a really, really good channel that I found not too long ago. They really did a good job of gathering all the information on the Apex. So I hope that is of some help to you. Go find some coins. Gotta find some coins. All right. Well, I think I am going to go because I need to eat. And since I didn't have mail call this week, I ended up a little bit with a little bit of time left over. So anyway, is there anybody that's got a channel you want to shout out real quick? Yeah, the Simplex is much less expensive, and it has some features that the Apex, they missed the mark with the Apex. Some of the things they hit right that the Simplex doesn't have, but the number one biggie, the big deal that they hit wrong is the Apex isn't waterproof. They, if they're trying to make a machine that can compete with the Simplex, it needed to be waterproof, and it's not. And then Simplex came along right behind them and came out with the 2 new search coils. But you can see all the different things on that chart. That chart that's on that channel is really, I wish I had seen that chart before. Somebody wants to give me a shout out. Oh, thank you, Tiff. It's funny. People all the time do those videos where they're shouting out this channel and that channel, and I've never had somebody shout my channel out. I have been in mail calls, but I've never actually had somebody make one of those videos plugging my channel. I mean, they've plugged it in their, in their live streams. Like I'm a moderator on Florida Thunder Digging with Rob's channel, and he plugs my channel in the stream. But I've never had one of those shout out videos except in a mail call. So that's funny that you said you wanted to shout me out. Non-coin channel, Marling Baits, awesome guy if you like fishing and making lures. Who was it that I was? One of the coin guys makes flies, for fly casting. I can't remember who it was. I was watching him do it one night. It was pretty cool. Okay, Stormin, we're getting ready to wrap this one up anyway. Florida Thunder loves me. I wouldn't say that, but we did have a good time detecting together. He's a fun guy, and we did get to go detecting together once. I'm trying to squeeze a trip in at the end of this month, but it looks like I'm gonna have to cancel it because the COVID thing is just going rampant in Florida, and I don't dare do it. I mean, I have, you know, the whole trip was already arranged, and I think I'm gonna have to cancel it. I don't want to, but anyway, since we're talking about fish, go, if you're into fishing, go check out the where did I lost it? Something, where is it? Marling Baits. Go check out Marling Baits. And I'm going to go check out my kitchen, because sitting on my counter, thawing out, waiting for me to finish this stream, is fish. So I got to go cook it now. Yeah, Rob's pretty cool, dude. I wish I could get down there more often and detect with them. I just don't get to. And now it looks like I'm going to have to cancel the trip that I planned just because people use poor judgment. We're not going to get into that debate. All right, everybody. Somebody has, I think Baseman comes on right after me. I think he comes on at 7 o'clock. Let me double check that. If he does, I'll get his link and we can all go over and raid him. Okay, I found that show that I want to tell everybody about. I found it. Okay. This is the show I was looking for. It's a live stream for metal detecting, and it's called What Did You Dig? Go check out What Did You Dig? You can see what people found metal detecting during this week. And I'm going to head over there now. If anybody else wants to join me, raid the detecting show. I'm going to raid the detecting show. So everybody have a good night. Hopefully I'll see you Wednesday at 8 p.m. Eastern time, or Sunday on my other channel at 11 a.m. Everybody be safe. Thanks for joining me. Hit the like button on your way out, please. Thank you. Bye-bye. Oops. And if I'm still here, thank you to my moderators. I forget stuff. I'm an old lady. Bye, everybody. Thank you, Andy. Thank you, Tiff. Bye-bye.